Well, here am I today in the middle of Hagfors Kommun, central Sweden. And I'm pleading to the world today for farmers. Yes, believe it or not, Hagfors Kommun needs farmers. Beef, sheep, in which to come here and start farming. Yes, Hagfors Kommun is the most fantastic commune to be for any profession, and we need everything from doctors to many other different professions, because here we're in the middle of industry. But one thing we do lack at the present time is young people that want to be farmers. In much of Hagfors Kommun there is arable land that is not cut, not used. Not for any other reason but the fact that farmers are not coming as young people into this area and into much of Sweden. Sweden has, believe it or not, over 60% of its land mass as forest, and there is only around about 30% of the land mass that can be used for normal agricultural purposes. We have 94,000 lakes. Sweden is a safe, beautiful place to live. Hagfors Kommun is a most incredible place to live. I'm pleading to young people from around the world that want to become farmers, want to come to somewhere and buy a farm and to then rent the land from people who have land but don't farm it. Sweden is an area in which there are so many small farms which have now become dwellings, and the land is not being used, whereby in most cases the land can be used almost for free by simply cutting the ground, making silage and hay, and using it for the production of beef and sheep, and of course other animals. So there is in Hagfors Kommun alone 2,000 square kilometers, most of which of course is forest and lakes. But there is much agricultural land in which is needed to be used for production, and this is the same as a lot of Sweden. Here you can see a cycle path. This cycle path, believe it or not, goes on for 100 kilometers on tarmac. Why I tell you that is because Sweden is so organized. Hagfors Kommun, the transportation, public transport, whether it be by rail or by air, is very local to us, and you can get anywhere around the world very quickly. If you have, let's say, 200,000 euros, 150,000 euros, even right down to 50,000 euros. 50,000 euros buys you a small holding in which you can build up by simply renting land or buying land local. But in many parts of Europe, land is fetching a huge amount of money per acre. How is it possible for young people in which to be able to buy a farm? They would be mortgaged for the rest of their life. But here, for a small amount of money, fundamentally, you can buy your first farm and start going out into an area that speaks English and rent land for virtually nothing from little farms across the area. A local farmer I know very well rents the land from 200 different small farms. And most of it, almost all of it, is for free. Free usage for keeping it clean and tidy. You can leave me a comment on this YouTube film and ask me questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. But the fact is that, think about it. Why do you want to be in certain parts of the world in Europe spending a fortune on land when you can come to a safe country with good public services, a brilliant place to bring up children, a wonderful place to farm, for, let's say, 50 to 100,000 would start you off quite well. 200,000 euros would buy you a reasonable farm to start your agricultural enterprise. And if you had that money or the ability to borrow that money, let's say it was in cash, you would be mortgage free for the rest of your life. Do you want to take on huge loans to buy farms across Europe, when in the end, as I say, you're paying forever? Or simply grab 50, 100, 200,000 euros and buy something you actually physically own. After all, can you imagine living in amongst the forests with Sweden and its 94,000 lakes, and farmland, as I say, is free with reference to its rental? Of course, the fields in many cases are small, but with proper maintenance, it is easy enough to cut those fields, either for silage or hay, and to transport it back to a more intensive unit at your own farm and live a beautiful life with a beautiful existence in a beautiful commune in central Sweden, just above the city of Karlstad. Send us a note by commenting on this film, and if you want to become a farmer, I am sure that we can help you start your own farm in Hagfors Kommun, or suggest places to go in wider Sweden. Beef, sheep and animal farms is what is required at the present time. Of course, any farmer is welcome. Look forward to hearing from you. Hagfors Kommun, Central Sweden.